Okay, guys, welcome back to a new video here, and I got some bad news, okay? Basically, the ceasefire in the Gaza Strip seems to be on the verge of absolute collapse. I'd be surprised if some sort of negotiation is reached. I hope I'm wrong. I've had numerous debates with people about this, but I don't think it looks good at all. And frankly, it's because a lot of people in the U.S. administration, including Trump specifically, have basically said they don't really want the ceasefire to stop. There was a number of ultimatums, and I'll show you some clips from this, where Trump basically said if all of the hostages are not released by Saturday at noon, there will be hell to pay in the Middle East. First of all, what does that mean? Oh, there will be all hell to pay. The Gaza Strip's already been flattened already, so I don't know what that means, but okay. Number two, we see Israeli troops basically preparing on the border of the Gaza Strip. There are a massive, massive, massive allotment of troops already getting ready to go in. We're seeing reinforcements on the Egyptian Gazan border. So it seems as though we're very close to a total collapse of the ceasefire. And again, this has also come at a time where Trump is claiming, hey, we want a U.S. takeover of the Gaza Strip. We want to take over the entirety of the Gaza Strip. So when he says there's going to be all hell to pay, does that mean American bombardment as well as Israeli bombardment in the Strip? I don't know. I mean, I'll say this. If there's American bombardment in the Gaza Strip, there is no faster way to stick a presidency. It makes what George Bush and Dick Cheney did in the Middle East look like kind of a fairy tale. It looks like nothing compared to the taking over and nation building in the Gaza Strip at the Israeli government's behest. I mean, the entire thing is totally insane. And frankly, I think it's pretty clear this is what Netanyahu wants. Netanyahu wants to continue the war. He wants to prolong his political career. And I think getting into a war in the Gaza Strip, prolonging it. And listen, he's got the green light from Trump. He's thinking this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. They're going to go in. And it's really bad, guys, because I think it's probably clear you're going to see maybe tensions with Hezbollah escalate again, as well as the Houthis, who have already said they're going to go right back to attacking Israel if the war resumes. So it's possible that within a couple of weeks, or a couple of days, guys, we're going to see a beginning or a resumption of the war in the Gaza Strip. And we're not even a month into the Trump presidency. And I'm sorry, guys, this is all because, or one of the reasons, Trump gave the sign off. He's talking about nation building in the Gaza Strip. The entire thing is insane. And by the way, speaking about U.S. takeover of the Gaza Strip, we've seen massive pushback, even from Western countries. Right now, I'm going to show you President of France, Emmanuel Macron's response to Trump saying he's going to take over the Gaza Strip. Totally declining, saying that's a non-starter, not going to happen. We do not accept it. Here's the clip of President Macron, guys. We'll talk about it after.
Today, humanitarian situation. So we have the ceasefire. We have to preserve it. We have to restore humanitarian operations, and we have to save maximum number of people. But now the right answer is not a real estate operation. This is a political operation. Just because this is not a free land, this is a place where 2 million people live and want to live. And just because international rights and a lot of treaties and agreements we negotiated, and even the US, did recognize this right. So you cannot say to 2 million people, okay, now, guess what? You will move. The whole story of humanity is made of tiny part of places where even less than 2 million people were ready to go till the end because they wanted just to stay. So I think we have to stick to our principles. Sometimes in this world, you have the feeling to be so old-fashioned when you speak about principles. But I will tell you, this is the humanity.
Okay, and we see the president of France there basically say, no, it's not going to happen. It's completely not principled. And frankly, if the U.S. doesn't have the support of many of its Western partners, I don't see it as very realistic of happening. Now, the other thing is, guys, the Jordanian King Abdullah met with Trump at the White House yesterday, where they discussed a number of potential solutions. Because, again, Trump wants to displace the Palestinians, guys. Ethnic cleansing, it's what it is. That's literally dictionary definition of what he wants to do in the Gaza Strip. He wants total ethnic cleansing. And he said Egypt and Jordan are going to take them. Okay, first of all, I'm not sure if people are aware of this. That can't happen. Their populations will revolt against them. So the idea that you can just negotiate them into taking in to Palestinians, it's not going to happen. And what he did get the Jordanian king to concede to is, we'll take in 2,000 children. Okay, well, that's not what Trump's talking about. And they, of course, the administration spin this as a win, even though it's clearly not what they wanted. Not to mention, guys, that's not going to happen. Number two, they're threatening maybe to withhold aid to Egypt and Jordan. That's not going to happen, guys. Because you want to know why? The entire purpose of that aid, in many cases, is basically used as a bribe to these countries like Egypt and Jordan to keep good relations with Israel. So if you stop aid, there's really not much of a reason for these countries to have favorable positions with Israel. So I don't think you're going to see that happen, any withholding of aid. So I don't see that as realistic. But like I said, guys, as far as the ceasefire holding, I don't think it's going to, because you have Trump saying he's going to go into the Gaza Strip and take it over. Like, it's not going to happen. And I don't see Hamas holding up their end of the bargain, giving up the hostages, because, guys, it's the only leverage they have, especially when you have Trump saying he's going to take over the Gaza Strip. I think Trump probably gave a unrealistic ultimatum, knowing it would be declined, giving the Israeli government an excuse to go into the Gaza Strip. The only question I have is the U.S. going to be directly involved? I don't know. I think for now, maybe not, but who knows? I mean, I hope I'm wrong. But the entire thing is crazy. And again, the idea that the Gaza Strip, he's just negotiating. He's still saying he wants to take over the Gaza Strip. He's still saying this out of his mouth. And here's a clip. I mean, I'm not making this up. Here's a clip of Trump saying it, and we'll talk about it after. Trump with the Jordanian king at the White House the other day. Here's a clip.
And today you just said we're not going to buy Gaza.
We're not going to have to buy. We're going to have Gaza. We don't have to buy. There's nothing to buy. We will have Gaza.
What does that mean?
No reason to buy. There is nothing to buy. It's Gaza. It's a war-torn area. We're going to take it. We're going to hold it. We're going to cherish it.
Okay, we're going to take it. We're going to hold it. We're going to cherish it. That's what he's saying. It seems pretty clear to me that he's serious about taking over the Gaza Strip, which is going to cost billions and billions and billions of dollars. Not to mention, it's not legal. You can't just displace an entire population of Palestinians to other countries in the region. The entire thing is insane. And actually, the Egyptian President Sisi just canceled the trip to the White House, an extreme rebuke of Trump over his agenda of trying to displace Palestinians. So it's a non-starter, the displacement of Palestinians. It's not going to... The entire thing, guys, is insane. I don't know. I'm curious what you guys think about it. Let me know what you think. Make sure to like and subscribe again in the comments. Super good for the algorithm. And hey, my Patreon link is also in the description if you want to help out the channel that way. So we got major things coming up the next few weeks, and especially on this issue in particular. I'll keep you guys updated. So that's what I got for you today. Pretty crazy developments coming out of the Middle East, guys. And yeah, that's what I got for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you soon.